Hi everybody, this is going to be the plan with me for the week 24, June 10th through the 16th, and yes, this is a Hobonichi, in case you missed that. I am being horribly indecisive, and I cannot decide whether to stay with my Jibun or not. So I'm kind of flip-flopping, I'm going back and forth. I'm kind of planning in both right now to try out different options and different layouts, especially in the Jibun. I am going to use the Father's Day kit from Crafts by Durilia. I love this kit. Super cute, with the sort of more masculine design. I'm excited to use this. I'm going to use my checklists from T-Lane Stickers, my dollar sheet that I got from CW Graphic Designs, and a script sticker from Manuland Plans. So I'm just going multi-shop today, and we're just gonna go with it and see where this takes us. All right, we're gonna get going here, and if you see me lay stickers down oddly, my light is right up there, and it throws kind of an odd shadow from my perspective, and it's hard for me to lay stickers down straight without leaning over so far that my head gets in the shot. So do forgive any sort of odd sticker placements that you see. I'm really not that inept. I just can't see very well with this particular setup. As always, laying down the date covers and washi first. And what I've decided to do this week is, one of the things I love about the Jibun is the meal tracking and mood tracking set up at the bottom of the page. So I decided to go ahead and sort of make a faux Jibun layout at the bottom of this. And I put the bottom washi up a little bit to kind of separate that from the rest of my planning spread. We'll see how I end up liking that this week. I did go ahead and decide to put the dates on before I cover up the calendar. I have a horrible tendency to cover them up and then have to search either the week before or the week after to figure out what dates I'm on, because I can't remember what today is, much less an entire week full of dates. And from here, I am going to really just start building my structure of how I'm going to do this week. I've decided to do something a little bit different than my standard layout. And as always, the way this calendar drives me crazy. It's lined up to the left side of the grid in that far left column instead of being centered. And a lot of the stickers are a little bit narrower than that column, which means the leftmost side of that calendar peeks out of a lot of the cover-up stickers, which drives me nuts. I'm being horribly indecisive about which sticker to put in the corner, but I've decided to go with this mustache because it's cute. And isn't that why we do things in our planners? Cute and functional. I thought briefly about lifting that washi up, but Crafts by Durilia kits are not removable. If you pull up a sticker within a few seconds of putting it down, it comes up okay. But any more than that, and you're going to rip your paper. I did end up having a little bit sticking out. I didn't quite white out enough of the sticker. So here I am. I just pulled up the edge. And then whited out the section that I needed to. My whiteout was not behaving. And then I ended up deciding to add another sticker on the side anyway, because I wasn't happy with how it looked. So I just took one of these time cover strips that I've decided I'm not going to use as time cover strips and just set it next to this to make a standard width box, because these boxes, because they are designed to work with the time cover strips in the normal columns, are narrower. So the boxes plus the time cover strip equals the width of the column. So I decided to go ahead and just add that. And then there's a couple of events and things that I want to mark out straight away. Church, obviously, every week. And thankfully, I actually don't have nursery. We worked the nursery about once a month. And I had nursery on Mother's Day. Well, it was scheduled on Mother's Day. When we got to church, they were like, "We are so sorry. We forgot that it was Mother's Day." So they had an all-men nursery worker day to give all the moms a break, which I thought was sweet. But I just thought it was funny that I had been scheduled to work on Mother's Day. So thankfully, I am not scheduled to work on Father's Day. I decided to go ahead. I really do like the check boxes that are down the side automatically in the Jibun layout. So I decided to go ahead and put some checkbox strips on my sidebar. And then I decided I wanted to kind of separate the weekend from everything else. So I used one of those hourly strips to do that, which I will probably come to regret next week when I'm having to write over that hump. But you know what? Oh well. And then, of course, the best dad ever sticker. I do want to take just a moment to say I am very well aware that Mother's Day and Father's Day can be very happy holidays for some people and very painful holidays for other people. So if you fall into the latter category, I just wanted to take a moment and acknowledge you and acknowledge the pain or the difficulty that you may be going through, whether it's because you've lost your father or you have an estranged relationship with your father, or whether because you have an estranged relationship with your children, or you've lost a child, or you want desperately to have children and you cannot because of infertility or other reasons. You're not alone. I do acknowledge you and your struggles and your pain, and I'm thinking of you on this holiday. Moving on, I did go ahead and just draw out the bottom health tracking layout that I mentioned earlier. I kind of really like that the Jibun doesn't have letters for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They just have a sunrise, a full sun, and then a star to signify evening or dinner time. That's just all sorts of fun. Next, I am just going to use my trusty Hobonichi stencil to add in my bills tracker. I just prefer to have them all in one spot instead of scattered on the day that they're due, just because it's easier for me to see at a glance what I have to pay. I love, love, love my Hobonichi stencil, and I've made myself a Jibun one, but as you can see, I can only make it out of laminate. I don't have anything that'll cut stencil plastic, so it's just not quite as sturdy and easy to use as the actual stencil from Hobonichi is. Throwing up an important script sticker from Mandolin Plans for that left column, and I really have enjoyed having that in the Jibun, so I look forward to using that this week. And then this adorable shirt sticker I decided to put on Monday. I don't normally have room for deco stickers, but it was way too cute to not use. So, oops, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was out of frame here. This is just me putting down a sticker to remind myself to print our church bulletin. I do print those every week and take them in. And then, still out of frame. My goodness, I did not realize. This is, I believe, a YouTube sticker that I'm putting down reminding me to post next week's plan with me. And hey, yay, I made it in frame. And I laid it completely crooked. But, it's all good. And this is reminding me to film next week's plan with me. And then I think the next one I'm going to lay down is, yes, it is reminding me to post my next review video, which is going to be a little bit crazy. I did something some people would consider insane with a new cover for my Jibun. So definitely going to want to tune in for that one and see whether I've lost my mind and whether I regret what I did. That should be up by Wednesday is my plan. And then reminding myself, I am horrible about remembering to post in my public Instagram. My private is just for basically my family and friends to see pictures of my kids because we live very far away from almost my entire family. So that I post on quite regularly, but my public for my planner Instagram, I forget constantly that it's even there. So I am trying to remember to post several times a week, basically before the pen, halfway done, and ending week spreads, if nothing else. But I realize I forget, and sometimes I'll go like 2 weeks without posting anything. I'm trying really hard to do better about that, though, because I know some people would rather just see Instagram photos than watch whole videos of this. The big thing I need to do this week is I have to sign my son up for class this fall, and class is an acronym for the online private school that we do. It's a homeschool program, but it is accredited as a private school, and they do administer the grades and attendance and what is it called? Testing and all of that. And he will receive an accredited diploma, goodness, I can talk, at the end of his education rather than having to get his GED as some homeschoolers do. Not that there's anything wrong with a GED, just it makes life a tad simpler if you have a diploma. So that is the program we decided to go with for him. And I have been putting off registering for quite some time now, and I need to hurry up and get that done so we can get his placement testing done over the summer. We are switching from another accredited program that just did not really work for us this year at all. So we're hoping this other program will be a little bit more in tune with his needs. This year was kind of an experiment because it was his kindergarten year. It was the first full year of teaching. We did do some preschool, but it was very informal. Kindergarten has been quite the eye-opening experience for us in regards to his education. And I have a better handle now on both his needs and what works for him and what works for me. So I decided to go ahead and put my cleaning list at the bottom. I have been scattering it throughout the week and putting a few things on each day, but I'm discovering I'm almost never doing it on those days. So I decided to go ahead and put that all in one place so I can just check it off as it gets done. And I love this Bring on the Benjamins sticker from Carolina Planner Girl. It is super cute. And as you can see, it's not in frame, but I just using that to remind myself of payday. I'm pulling the trusty stencil back out again, and I got too busy talking here. I like to do every other square for my to-do list to give myself room for a note or something, and I just completely got distracted while I was chatting away. And it was like 10 o'clock at night when I was filming this. I normally film during the day. Normally I'm asleep by 10 o'clock, but yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll just have some extra squares if I need them on Monday. I do still love the stencil. Sorry, my daughter's awake. I'm trying to keep her busy with snacks, but it might get a little bit noisy here in a second. And let's see, what do I do next? I think this is essentially it I did go ahead and decide to use the rest of the pieces of the time covers to kind of separate out my task list from my day. They don't fit 100% perfectly since they're just leftovers, but fairly decently. I'm happy with that. That is pretty much it. I'm sure, of course, as always, as the week goes on, I will add to this. What I've been doing in my Jibun, and I actually really like, is instead of having a gratitude, which I do enjoy, but instead of having just a one little section for gratitude for the whole week, I've been taking the bottom half of my to-do or my task section and using it to just do a short journal entry for the day. I am terrible about journaling. I cannot fill up an entire page journaling. I don't have the time. If I have 20 minutes to sit and write, I'm going to be spending that 20 minutes doing something else. I do not have the time to do that. But I like being able to write just a few short sentences of summarizing the day. If anything cute happened, if the kids said anything cute, did anything funny, if we went anywhere, did anything, that I want to remember. And I really like doing that. So I think I'm going to do that here. And I do it at the end of the day, so I have as much room as I need to for my tasks. But most of the time I have space to write. So I really enjoy doing that, and I'm going to continue. So this is a little bit different of a layout than I have been doing, but I really like it. It's fun. I really like this kit. I love these colors. And I have a few left, so I think I could probably swing another kit out of this, or at least maybe pull in some coordinating washi and go for it another week. So thanks so much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you want to see more of this type of content. Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to get notifications of when I post stuff, make sure you click the little bell. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time.